So the whole goal was just kind of go more automotive styling, a little bit different. So keep it with a right hand throttle, and if you did that on this side, you're kind of in the walkway, kind of keep that center console feel, because everybody's buying boats now. It's coming out of a Range Rover, a Tesla, all this stuff.
So this is your brand new model.
This brand new model, yeah.
And what was the theory or the idea behind building this model in relation to all the other?
Yeah, so we worked on a new Monterey for a long time. We know we needed a new model, we needed something different, and the problem was, we didn't want to end up with the same exact layout, uh, with just a different exterior styling. We knew that wouldn't get us the traction that doing something different would. So, we just started out with, we know center consoles are popular because of the room. Everybody can walk around. Everybody's got a place to go. You're never blocking the one pathway through the boat. And then the other complaint that we hear about is, small heads in sport boats, right? So we wanted to move the head to the middle of the boat and just make it the best possible that it could be, because that honestly sells the boat for the wife, the kids, all that stuff. So by doing all that and then integrating a vertical stem to the boat, gave us a ton of room down below the console, just make it comfortable.
Right. So down below, where's the access?
So the access is on the front. So your front seat actually opens up. So it opens up. You got two steps to get down in there. You got a massive head, freshwater sink, trash can, storage for your table. Even a grown person can get down in there. So some of our traditional center walk-through bow riders, where the head's off to the port side, is you don't have a lot of height there because the chine's right there. So you're crouched down in there. So I mean, even I can get down in there and sit on that countertop and change if I needed to, get out of the weather. Um, so that was a big feature we wanted to incorporate, was to give a nice head, because we've heard it, over and over about that being a very important feature.
So tell me about this windshield.
Going from the traditional bow rider that has a full wraparound, when we started going down this path, we wanted to give as much protection as possible, because that's what a traditional bow rider does. It gives you a full windshield. So, we played around with different concepts, and at the end of the day, we finally said, let's just run the windshield all the way to the top and, give everybody nice wind protection, rain too, weather. And then it keeps that water that drips off your hardtop from falling on your helm.
Right.
So it keeps your helm dry, it keeps all that stuff, real nice
All
and
one
protected.
piece. Is it glass?
This is all one piece, real glass, tempered
Okay.
glass. Yep.
Now I see snaps.
Yep.
Does that mean you have the capability to tie it and close?
Exactly. So we're developing it right now. It's not released yet, but we actually fit the final prototype before we came to the show. So snaps are in there. It actually connects this front to that back leg.
It'll go all the way. So you're all the way to the protected.
Totally protected.
And then
We haven't developed a back enclosure yet, but that's the next thing on the list.
then I was gonna ask you, is there an optional sunshade that can go?
Oh yeah, these clips here do an optional sunshade for the bow, and then we have one that goes off the back, so you can fully cover this boat bow to stern.
Nice. All right. So since we're up in the bow, point out some good features for me.
Get molded in cooler storage, but you don't have to leave them there. You can take those out, and then it just becomes open storage. The cutout there on the face is really nice, because you can just throw dock lines in and out or anything as people are still sitting there. So people don't always have to get up and move out of the way. And so that's the theory there. A table in the front, so everybody can kind of sit around. You can move the table from the front of the boat to the back of the boat. Cup holder storage, phone chargers, stereo controls.
And do you have anchor control up here?
So there's also anchor control up here. You've got a remote, so you can pull that out. You can run your anchor from up here, look over the bow, see how it's coming in. You can also run it from the helm as well.
Why did you pick the left-hand side for the steering wheel?
So the whole goal was just kind of go more automotive styling, a little bit different. So keep it with a right hand throttle, and if you did that on this side, you're kind of in the walkway, kind of keep that center console feel. Because everybody's buying boats now. It's coming out of a Range Rover, a Tesla, all this stuff. Wanted to give them that feel when they jumped in this. I mean, down to molding floorboards for it and things like that. So
Point out some other of these cool features that you got up here on the dash.
Yeah, so we're using Simrad's new ultra wide screen on this model. They introduced about the same time we started developing the boat. So we integrate all of our switching into it. You've got a couple small, your windlass and your horn stuff that needs real quick access, but all your lighting, the boat's full RGB too, so you can make the boat any color you want to. Fusion stereo hooked to JL audio amps and speakers. The optional Mercury joystick on the boat, of course, for docking, autopilot, boat standard with trim tabs as well. And then just little things you wouldn't even think of, there's your keys in there. So access to turn your engines on and off. We've actually got a key fob as well for turning your batteries on and off. You can turn lights on and off from, 200 feet away from the boat.
Nice.
So
And the seating is
and the seating is on slides, flip up bolsters.
right.
Um,
Flip up and then it goes forward.
yeah. So you can slide it forward, backwards. Good. Flip down armrests, of course.
Now, as we come back here, you got kind of a little entertainment center.
Yep.
Or what we call an entertainment center.
Yeah.
Sink, and basically your fridges are going to be your coolers.
Correct. And we're developing some other stuff for refrigerators as well. Refrigerated coolers that would go in replace of your, so you just plug them in at 12 volts and you can bring them in the house at night, plug them in, and then bring them on the boat.
Yeah, but with this facing seating is pretty nice because you can obviously see anybody playing off the back, but a lot of room underneath here for.
Oh yeah, so you got a third cooler back here. You open it up, got access to a third cooler there.
So that's 3 coolers on this.
Three removable coolers on the boat that you can carry off and kind of divide up, your drinks, your sandwiches. The worst thing about having a sandwich is getting it falling in that ice water and getting soggy. So
right, and then I noticed on these chairs back here, the backrests forward, backward, all the way down even.
Yeah, so you got forward facing there. This is aft facing, and then you can actually take them one step further and go all the way down to recline. So you can lay this whole thing down, get a full sun pad back here, but there's still room to walk around and get throughout the boat. So again, the biggest thing was making sure nothing ever blocks a path. Everybody can get through the boat very easily. Pretty cool feature. You lay this down, you got an inflatable tube, paddleboard. You can actually air it up with the onboard inflator.
Really, you got one of those?
Yeah,
those are really nice.
Yeah, so it comes with all the.
And I noticed that is this a tow?
Yeah, standard ski tow built into the hardtop framing. So there's no other options you got to buy. It keeps it out of the way.
Now, what have you got up here? Is this
So those are just accent panels. So instead of just having a full white hardtop, but you can pop those down. So if anybody wants to add any aftermarket speakers,
right? And then what about some options? Can you have radar or FLIR camera or anything like that?
Because this boat's so different to the market, we're trying to figure that out because on our traditional bow riders, people don't like that. Don't usually use that equipment, but we're getting into a different market now where we think they will. So we wanted to make access super easy for the dealer to add it if the customer wants it, and then we'll take that feedback and maybe next year we'll be putting radars and FLIR cameras and spotlights.
Right, and it's a fantastic water sport.
Okay, correct. I mean, and this boat's big enough if you wanted to get in it and run from Florida to the Bahamas. It's got plenty of fuel range. I mean, the boat holds 200 gallons.
Okay,
we're getting over 2 miles a gallon, so you got 400-mile range on this thing. And
so, what's the propulsion?
So we Mercury Power Standard 250s or 300s are what we're offering on this boat, and the boat will run 60 mile an hour with the 300s. Both packages will cruise in that 40-mile-an-hour range, and like I said, about 2 miles to the gallon.
Nice. And the hull is designed so when you're going at those speeds and there's a little bit of chop, you're not sliding or bouncing.
Oh, exactly. So that's a big advantage of the vertical stem is you get a lot more running surface on the bottom. The dead rise at the front of the boat is much greater than a traditional, shaped hull. So, the boat 30 feet overall length, if you put a tape measure on it, but it runs more like a 35-foot boat. The bottom length is about a 35-foot boat. So you're able to span the waves a little bit more. You're able to trim it down and get that bow into the water and really cut through anything.
So you basically designed this for kind of a really active family.
Exactly.
That can go out and play all day long.
Exactly. Or an adventure style boat, where you can go do anything with it. It's not meant to do one thing. It's meant to do it all.
Right.
I mean, down to the universal burn-in mounts that we put on the gun holes that you can plug rod holders, grills, cutting tables, flag mounts, fender cleats. It's just a universal mount. So it's a super cool product, and we're lucky to be working with them.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Absolutely appreciate you guys coming checking the boat out.